Are you curious about living in Kent, Washington? From the shopping, restaurants, schools, and the housing market, this video has you covered. So stay tuned. Hi, my name is Gus Montgomery, and today we're going to do a Google map tour to cover everything there is to know in Kent, Washington. So follow me to my laptop. Welcome back to my laptop here for the Google map tour of Kent, Washington. So Kent, Washington is a city located in King County, south of the city of Seattle. It has about 137,000 residents. If you're curious about the distance between Kent and Seattle, it's about 20 miles away. Now, if you are driving from Kent to Seattle without traffic, it's about 22 to 28-minute drive. Granted, there's always traffic when you drive to Seattle, so just be wary of, if you're making the morning commute from Kent to Seattle, that the traffic will vary. Actually, let's look at traffic on a typical Monday starting at, we'll say 6:30 a.m. So yeah, the traffic goes from 28 minutes to almost 50 minutes in that range. So if you are living in Kent and planning to commute to Seattle for work, it's going to be a longer drive. Definitely keep that in mind. Kent is also really close to the SeaTac International Airport. So without traffic from Kent to SeaTac Airport, it's about 12 to 16-minute drive. SeaTac is the biggest airport in Washington State, so super convenient if you're looking for flights out of state or outside of the country. All right, next up, let's talk about the shopping in Kent, Washington. One of the biggest attractions in Kent is the Kent Station. The Kent Station is a shopping center with a variety of shops, services, restaurants, cafes, and cinema. Now, if we're talking about the actual shopping stores inside the Kent Station, some of the options that you have are Chico's, Gentry's Footwear, Loft, Zoomies, and Road Runner Sports. Now, it has a lot of dining options, cafe. It has a movie theater. As you can see, it has the AMC theater as well. As far as like other type of shopping options, it doesn't have that many. So if you're looking for like a lot of clothing options, a lot of shoe store options, while they have a few, the Kent Station is more of a variety type shopping center for restaurants. They have banks, they have cell phone providers. So it does offer a little bit of shopping, but if you're looking for a more extravagant shopping experience, Kent Station is limited in that regard. As we look through the pictures, it has a lot of different restaurants. It has a video game store. So I don't want to focus on the things that it doesn't have, because we could talk about more options when it comes to shopping later in this video, but it's a very beautiful place to chill, hang out with your family and friends. Great place to walk around on a sunny day if you have nothing to do. So Kent Station, great option for shopping, among other things. Outlet Collection. So that is an outlet mall located in Auburn, Washington. So if we look at the distance between Kent and the Auburn Outlet Collection, it's about a 14-minute drive. So it's super close and super convenient. So taking a look at the Outlet Collection, it is called the Seattle Outlet Collection, but it is located in Auburn, Washington, which is a 14-minute drive. Super spacious on the inside. I feel like the mall might be too big. It's a really big indoor facility, but it's definitely a great place to go for your shopping needs. And one of the great things about this mall is there's a lot of kid friendly options. As you can see, there's a merry-go-round, there's different little sculptures, but they have a lot of stuff catered to kids inside this mall that I haven't really seen in other malls in the area. All right, so another shopping option that you have, it's not located inside of Kent, but it is a short drive, and that is the South Center Mall in Decorah, Washington. And as you can see on the map, it is about a 15-minute drive away from Kent. Now, this is one of the premier malls in Western Washington. You've seen my other videos on my YouTube page. I talk about this mall a lot because it is a great mall. Very festive. It's usually super packed. It's definitely one of the busier malls in the greater Seattle area. So this is only a short drive away from Kent, Washington. All right, next up, let's talk about restaurants in Kent, Washington. The first restaurant in Kent I want to highlight is Polio's Italian Restaurant. It's an Italian restaurant with a Tuscan vibe. I'm a big fan. There's seafood, fettuccine, Alfredo. All right, next spot I want to highlight is the Egg Hole, which is an industrial style interior restaurant with amazing breakfast options. And as you can see in the photos, well, that's a great looking breakfast sandwich. It has a really nice industrial interior decor that you don't see too often, especially with breakfast food establishments. It's really hard to find a lot of Filipino restaurants in the area, but Kent has a great option of Filipino cuisine, authentic Filipino food. So definitely want to highlight this amazing restaurant with their dishes. So definitely check out the Filipino cuisine, get your Filipino food fix. All right, next up, I want to highlight Pho Cat, which is a Vietnamese restaurant specializing in pho. So if you're a fan of pho, or if you never had pho, which is a Vietnamese soup dish, definitely highly recommended, especially in the 9 months out the year when it's dark, cloudy, a little chilly. Definitely, it's good to have a delicious bowl of pho. My last on the list for restaurants in Kent is Dick's Drive-In. Now, for those that don't know, Dick's Burgers is a Seattle-based hamburger chain. As you can see, the menu is super simple, but that's one of the things that I like. The restaurant knows what its bread and butter is, and I'm order whatever's on that menu based on my interests. And my favorite is the deluxe and French fry. All right, next up, let's talk about things to do in Kent, Washington. So one of the cool things about living in Kent is you have your own arena in Kent, Washington, and that's called the Showware Center. 6,500 seat arena that's home to different concerts and the local hockey team, the Seattle Thunderbirds. Now, the Seattle Thunderbirds is not an NHL team. It's like a minor league hockey team, but as you can see from the photo, it's a really good environment. It gets really packed during the games, and local fans definitely show out and support. But yeah, there's not a lot of smaller cities that have their own arena. They have different events like Disney on Ice when it comes to the Showware Center. So it's really cool. Indoor arena football and all types of events. So it's great to have that option located in Kent, the Showware Center. Another great thing about Kent is it has a Showware Center, which is pretty rare in the area, and also the Pacific Raceways. So it's a drag racing, road racing, and motocross events take place at this vintage track located in Kent, Washington. So if you're a fan of any type of racing, cars, motocross, you have a venue for these races. All right, next let's talk about one of the parks in Kent. You have the Clark Lake Park, which is scenic 130-acre park around a lake offering fishing, walking, and public art displays. So if you're a fan of the outdoors, one of the great positives of living in the Pacific Northwest is the access to the outdoor scene. Now, I'm gonna mention this again just in case you are skipping ahead in this video. The Kent Station. The Kent Station is a great place to go for things to do. It has a lot of different entertainment options as the AMC Theater. So I definitely want to highlight that again for things to do in Kent. Definitely keep the Kent Station in mind. All right, next up, I want to highlight the Hydroplane and Race Boat Museum. Kent has a lot of great hidden gems that you will not find in other cities in the area. So if you're a fan of hydroplanes, boats, there's a museum located right in Kent for you to check out. All right, next up, let's talk about the schools in Kent, Washington. So the public school district in Kent is called the Kent School District. And as you can see from the map and the boundaries, it covers all of Kent, also covers parts of, South Renton, Covington, parts of the Maple Valley, Black Diamond area. It has 40 schools and actually has a top 5 largest student enrollment in the state of Washington. So fun fact for you there. And one thing I like to do is I like to show different high schools and school districts just to give you an idea of the school facilities. So there's 4 main high schools in Kent School District. First one I'm going to highlight is the Kent Lake High School, which I believe is the Falcons mascot. And yeah, there you go. All right, so next up, let's look at Kent Meridian High School. Checking out the parking lot of the Kent Meridian High School. Next up is Kent Ridge High School. So check out photos of the Kent Ridge High School campus, a good aerial shot of the school building and the football field. So really good shots of it at the baseball field to your left as well. And the last of the 4 main high schools is Kentwood High School. Really good shot of the football field, the school building, the baseball field. Really nice. All right, next up, let's talk about the housing market in Kent, Washington. And one of the benefits of living in Kent and why it's so attractive to a lot of people who want to live in the area is based on its affordability. So let's check out the median home prices for Kent. So for a single family home in Kent, Washington, the median home price is $650,000. For condos, the median home price is $400,000 in Kent, Washington. So $650,000 for a single family, $400,000 for condos. Now let's compare that to Seattle. So for the median home prices of single family homes in Seattle, it is $875,000. For condos, it's $525,000. So Kent is about $200,000 lower in single family homes and about $125,000 in condos. And again, it's about a 25-minute drive away from Kent to Seattle without traffic, but you're saving a lot more money when you decide to live and buy in Kent, Washington. All right, let's look at Renton, Washington. So for Renton single family homes, the median price is $760,000. And for condos, it's $357,000. So the condo price is actually lower in Renton right now than it is for Kent. And the single family homes is higher by about $100,000. So you are getting a lot of value, especially with single family homes, when you decide to live in Kent, Washington versus Seattle and Renton. So that was just to give you a glimpse of the housing market in Kent, Washington. All right, that is it for the Google Map tour of Kent, Washington. Thank you for taking the time to learn about Kent with me.
If you value this content, please like and subscribe to his YouTube channel, and I'll continue to provide more value going forward. Until next time, take care.